Konene, so kama kuna kitu moja ile nimekuwa nikiongea juu yake and something that has been happening recently hapa Kenya, imekuwa ni story na cancel culture. Unajua tumekuwa ni wase tunatafuta tu a reason ya kucancel mtu, and I guess hii ile kitu wase states wa magani I wish a nigga would. So hapa Kenya tumekuwa na hiyo attitude ya hope that people are going to do something so that we can cancel them, and with that in mind, kama kuna mse amekuwa kikansoliwa saa hizi ni King Kaka. So kona shindwa kwa nini King Kaka anatry kuwa cancelled? Anakuwa cancelled cause alibaki amefanya a video na mother anaitwa Karen Nyamu, alafu ikabaki spark ni online outrage. Watu wako like EKONINI, we should cancel this guy. Wacha tusikize.
Oni thumbnail.
Ni real. Unajua ni nini?
Sasa ndio tunataka kuna tutafanya tunaleta fix.
Si tunabonga.
Sasa tunabonga hivi.
Yeah. Niaje wasi? Niko na nani hapa? Karenzu.
Tunasibadili tufanye hapa mtani. Ukweli.
Sasa ndapiga moja. Lakini nimedu album Deadly. Ndakuita listening party. Mimi nataka kutoka sasa hivi.
Lakini kuna single nimedrop.
Wewe tungoje uone. Ngoja wewe relax. Vitu zinataka ku unfold hapa mbele. But in the meantime now nilikuwa nampikia dishi deadly.
Mimi ndo nimepika mostly.
Hakuna. Na nilijua hizo stories zitatokea.
Simtajionea.
Watu wao ulipikiwa. Show ni yangu, mimi ndo namuita nikampikia. Yeye ametry kunidanganya sijui unaongeza nini.
Ameweka sukuma kwa sijui nini.
Yeah, so show inaitwa Let Him Cook, na vile unacheki ni ya King Kaka. So in the process King Kaka kabaki ameinvite Karen Nyamu. Unanijuaga, mi personally mupenda sana kuenjoy Karen Nyamu, and I think of course, like I see some of the things that she does and I find them to be super dumb, especially kama vile aliendaga US alafu ako kwa pale kwa customs akisema vitu kama I'm a VIP in my country. So of course she does these dumb things, and but do I think that if someone invites her to the show they should be cancelled? This is, I don't know what tunafanya, because lazima to understand the showbiz, it's the show business, and I think King Kaka akimuinvite hakuwa na muinvite for political advice ama for what. Na mseka mimi, of course I do political interviews, so the fact that I sat down with Oruoba and Oruoba went after Karen Nyamu, if I was to get a chance to sit down with Karen Nyamu, I'd sit down with her. Would I ask her about that damn shit? Yeah, I'm a VIP in my country. Yes, I would. But I'd sit down with her. We need to stop this cancel culture, man. This cancel culture is not helping us in any way. Hii kitu moja ya so nashindwa. So kulikuwa na a few people who are outraged with that. How dare you? And some of the people ni like people wale nachukua they should be reasonable. I think kuna msa anaitwa George T. Diano alikuwa ameandika King Kaka wrote a 6 minutes and 58 seconds spoken word calling us stupid only to go ahead and host one of the dumbest politicians around. Siwe joigi Karen Nyamu, and we'll call her dumb and we'll call her all these words. And I think of course the famous phrase hapa Kenya inakoga, explain it to me like I'm Karen Nyamu. I think even if I ever do an episode with her itaitwa hivyo, explain it to me like I'm Karen Nyamu. And is she dumb? Udem, of course on paper she's not, because she's a lawyer. Does she do dumb shit? Yes, she does dumb shit. As a lawyer, the only thing we know her for ni ye kuwa side chick wa Mchoki. Yes, ni Samuel Muchoki aka Samido. That's what we know her for, and we've seen her do such dumb shit kama hiyo kitu alifanyaga pale kwa airport akibonga juu ya kuwa VIP in her country, but she's still a nominated senator, and you have to respect that, because she got that as side piece ya Mchoki. That means that kuna wase kadhaa hapo waliomba na wakachoka, because Mchoki bado alikuwa anaigonga. So ukiangaliza vitu zote pia lazima ufikirie like, is she actually really dumb, ama does she dumb it down for the Kenyan voter? Because don't forget also the Kenyan voter were on some really dumb shit. So maybe hiyo jifanyishaga iko dumb alafu, but that's neither here nor there. What I'm trying to say is anyone who's angry at King Kaka for hosting Karen Nyamu just needs to go look in the mirror and just tell themselves, you know what, that person in the mirror is full of shit. that person in the mirror is full of shit. Tuna need kuacha this fake outrage and this tumejam kila saa and we're looking for people to make mistakes so that we can cancel them. It helps no one. But tukitoka hapo, I think the next thing tunaweza check ni nini. Kuna history kuna trend na story yenyewe ilikuwa brought to my attention. Kuna sister ya Betty Kyallo and anaitwa Mercy Kyallo. So one thing you have to respect about Betty is as soon as she became famous, aliplug wa sister zake and in quotes made them celebrities in their own way. So kuna moja alianzishaga Yallo Leather na Yallo Leather apparently haijakuwa ikideliver in time. So there's been a scandal around it and this girl decided to release a video to explain herself. Acha tuiwatch kidogo.
Hey guys, my name is Mercy Kyallo and I am the founder of Yallo Leather. For the past few months, I have seen the comments, I've had the calls, I have actually seen the messages, I've seen the outcry and the frustration. Let's talk about it. So over the first few months of the year, something drastic changed in our business. 2 of our biggest suppliers closed down. And this wasn't just easy for us to take in because they're just not suppliers of leather, people just giving us our raw material, people just part of our leather chain. These were people we had grown to be fond of, these were friends, these were teachers who taught us so much about leather, and it was not easy to just recover and get new suppliers.
So up to Apple, I guess it makes sense, najua, like if you have new suppliers and the suppliers don't deliver and there's a certain level of delay, I actually understand why you delay. Najua, I think with such scenarios, all that's needed is communication. Najua, without communication, people get jittery. When because don't forget, Kenya is also a very dishonest country. So I understand why people want to feel evil. Because tunakuwaga the sort of people wale ukicheza kidogo, utatandikwa bana. Kuna mtu alikuwa na 100 acres of land, halifule end up kotini na deputy president. That's the sort of country we live in. So you have to understand why people get a little bit uneasy.
Especially for the very unique pieces that they were creating. And so it took us a little bit of time to make sure that we are getting the exact leather that had been ordered by clients previously. And that takes time. I know it's common knowledge, I know everybody knows that Yallo is not fast fashion, that every product that we make has been made slowly, intentionally, by a craftsman who creates for you your product. This is nothing easy to achieve, and to make sure that we produce quality products every time is no mean feat. So I understand that some of you have had to wait a little longer, way longer than promised. And I know it's very frustrating, but we are no means scammers. Actually, in front of your eyes for 10 years, since I was 22, you have seen me build this business. You have seen me every day posting bag after bag, from the time it was a dream to the time where now it's tangible and it's real.
Okay, you have to respect that, man. 10 years. Would I say I knew about these bags? No, they are luxury bags. Anything that's luxury, unajuaga utanipata hapo, especially come to clothing. No, that's not me, man. Najua, I'm just a raya ya kawaida. And talking of raya ya kawaida, hata niuliza waseje, ni hizi TV gani mnatumia hapa nje, ama ni phones gani mnatumia? Majuzi nilifanya interview na anaitwa nani? Na Kalonzo, as you can see. Both parts, part 1 and part 2, now available. Afu kuna mseko kusema, mwafu na chiki sasa uko na red bottoms. I'm like, no, these shoes are orange. Damn, TV. Ka TV yako ilikuwa na red instead of orange. It's not even an OLED thing. Your settings are wrong, man. It's orange, like orange. Hiyo kiatu ni orange. Sole ni orange. Haikuwa red. So story ya red bottoms. Do I have red bottoms? Yes, niko nazo. Inakuwaga ni, I think ni and-ons. But are they red bottoms? Red bottoms, no, it's a joke that we can have around here. But ni kiatu iko na sole ya red. But no, hizo za zile nilikuwa nazo, nimedigress, but hazikuwa red bottoms. So ka TV yako inaona red, tafadhali, ama ni phone inaona red, you need to change the settings. Either umeka too much saturation, ama you've done something. I had to even go check it and watch it on an OLED and confirm. Nika notice joke yatu iko orange because OLED ni msema kweli najua. And yeah, wacha tuendelee na udem.
You have seen me build this business, and so this time has been fortunate to me. Although hard, it has been fortunate because it has revealed how much more work there needs to be done, how much more work there needs to go into preaching luxury brands for Africa. Creating our luxury brand means that we will understand the process it takes, and when inconveniences happen, we won't just be labeled scammers after 10 years of hard work, and that we understand that.
Okay, hapo kuitwa scammers after 10 years of hard work, I understand why she feels some type of way. Kenya tunakuwaga very quick call watu scammers, yes? And but I also understand why we do that, because there are a lot of scammers out there, and when the scammers are scamming people, no one calls them out. Because Kenya is also the sort of country where we worship wealth. So it's a very tricky balance. Like, when do you call out this and when do you call out that? Mimi nakumbuka last year nilitoa player hater for a very long time, because I was saying if you are paid for a car, you have to deliver the car. It does not matter if your grandmother has discovered that she has a rare form of cancer. Oh, pole. Talking of cancer, pia nilibonga juu ya melanoma ya Bob Marley. I made a mistake. I don't know why I had I think nilikuwa gambrasta kitambo, nilikuwa nasikiza a lot of reggae music. So kuna msali niambia jo Buddha, yo cancer ya Bob Marley shikagi waso black yo. Alafu I just took that knowledge, never researched on it. So kuna doctor alini correct, akasema melanoma pia iko common amongst black folks pure kama sisi. So yeah, so kuna that. But still nikiangalia udem mabonga juu ya luxury brands. So I want to know, what is this you call luxury brands? What makes a brand luxury? Unacheki, because I understand a luxury hotel, but e luxury brand, is it because the leather is pure leather? Does that make it luxury? The fact that it's expensive? What makes it luxury? Because let's say it's my laptop bag and I've put it there. Is it luxury? Okay, I don't know, man. Because kuna huku mbele alipatia na example ingine.
And that we understand that luxury is the same everywhere in the world. It takes time, it's precision, it's beauty, it's craftsmanship translated into product, and that really takes time. There's no two ways about it. And if that is respected all over the world, when you can put up an order at Hermes, when you're an American, order an Hermes bag from Rome or Italy and wait for it for 2-3 years, I want that same respect created here in Kenya.
Okay. Oh, so Hermes, 3 years. Okay. All right. Okay, this Hermes shit wagani bullshit, of course. I think ilikuwa ma Chinese walituonyesha vile utengenezaga hizo vitu. They make them super fast. Hermes hizo zote za kufanya weight ni hiyo create. Ni kama vile diamonds. Nasemekana diamonds are some of the most common things in the world. Like diamonds are so common. Alafu pia diamonds can be artificially made. Unajua. So I don't think gold unaweza baki umetengeneza kwa nini yako, but diamond you can. But to give it some level of luxury, one family decided to associate na love, and alafu ikaanza kuchekiwa stories za carats and all that bullshit. So they ended up making a very common product and giving it a certain level of luxury that it does not have. And that's the same bullshit with Hermes, where you'll wait for a bag for how long and how long. Does Hermes have some nice stuff? Neza sema their perfume, like ile ya maboy, the EDT version, Terre de Hermes. Inakuwaga such a nice perfume. Ka ulisikia gele story nilipatiana, like kuna time kwa vile early this year nilikuwa nimetravel na mtoi wangu, alafu tulitravel like the whole family, but turudi just me and my daughter, and tulikuwa ni hiyo inaitwa ni layover, tulikuwa na layover Masaid za nini Qatar. Yes, Qatar. So tukiwa Qatar, that's the first time niliweza kunusa that Hermes. I was like, this smells nice. Nikajitandika nilikuwa na perfume nyingine niliamua iko nene, wacha iende. Nikaitandika, ilikuwa and I just loved it. Like hata ukitembea hivi you feel that casillage kwa hewa, unajinusa uko like. So ile time ile karibia flight ukitaka kujua vile ama bad dad, nikamwambia mtoi like, can you let us go this way? Then kenda the same place, alafu nikabaki nimefresh na mtoi wangu alikuwa amechoka na mimi because ilikuwa too expensive. I think it was going for like $200, and I was not ready to spend $200 on that Hermes. That's just me. I want to smell nice, but can't afford $200. So in the process, but the perfume really smelled nice. And hiyo tukibonga juu hivyo, that's one of the cheapest. Tukibonga juu Hermes bags, those are super expensive. And for this girl to associate that and even talk about stories za kungoja for years, no. I think we have to look at culture. So the culture ya Kenya does not allow us to be here waiting for years for things. Najua, we don't trust each other that much. Plus serikali inaweza badilika anytime. Najua Ruto anaweza amechange constitution and is running for the next 24 years. What happens ile time tuna protest? Bado sina bag yangu. I need my bag before we start to protest. Yes. So history ya Hermes, I found it to be super interesting. And let me just nione vitu new spend down. A Hermes bag. How much is this, man? Cha tuende kwa hermes.com. Tubaki tumecheki zile vitu ma wife za wase utumaga kwa there. Okay, accept all cookies. I don't really care. I want to be back on this website. So kuna Hermes bag hapa ya 2400. Damn, kuna 7600, 8800, 11300. Easy mostly. Easy Hermes, if you have to ask me, you'll find they're mostly owned by wags. Najua wives and girlfriends. Damn. I hope ule dem alini accuse gia vitu zingine jo I watch. Because at a jam. How dare you say that? Because hakuna dem amework for do yake ata spend 14,200 on a bag. Pama 7,800 just because ni Hermes. Hizi vitu zinatengenezwa China. Utapata by the time na kindwa hivi. I think the Chinese walikuwa wanasema that they wao zitengeneza. Alafu your badge ndio inaenda kuwekwa like in a different country, and that's the bag that pushes the price to very high. So yes, umechekizi Nini. So I don't know, easy Kyallo bags, I don't know how ni Yallo bags, I don't know how much they are sold because they're luxury bags, but it seems it's a sort of conversation ile mtu kama mimi raya kawaida wife akikuja niambia nataka Yallo bag, nitamuuliza like yellow aniambia like it's a luxury bag. Luxury, hey damn, hizi bei hizi ni bei zitafanya mimi mwenyewe nibaki nimekosa all the luxury that I need in my head, and the luxury that I need in my head is something called peace, and I don't think I can get peace with this. So yes, I guess we can go through all these stories, the supplies and what. So I think what the girl needs to do first of all is stop the comparisons of akina Hermes and your product, because it's not. Najua unless you convince a few wags to buy, then it's not. And then the next thing is just communicate. Ama don't take the money. Yes, just create the product, then ukishamaliza deliver. Because I know Hermes pia wanaweza jitetea waseme that they don't take your money before. I know kuna kuagana ile registrations, do you pay like 15,000 to be a member? So hey, pia maybe anzisha hiyo, ambia to pay to be a member, then tumie pesa ya membership. And if people accept to do that, then they accept to do that. You know, people have money to spend, najua, especially wags and pia politicians. So yeah, luxury products, man. Tunadid kuanzisha some IKONINI luxury products, man. Just Prophet Habakkuk, $1,000. Yes, it's luxury. IKONINI. Nimeinterrupt show kukuremind juu ya LemFi. Sisahau LemFi kupatiaga very competitive rates ikikam to exchange rates, lakini apart from that ukitumia promo code IKONINI unabaki umepata $20 cashback on your first transaction. Na kitu moja na cheki jo, kuna hapa watu 55 wako US na Canada, washa verify accounts zao, lakini bado hawaja transact jo. So baki umetransact jo, your first $100 utapata $20 cashback. Na pia usisahau kama tayari usha transact, umekuwa ukitransact through LemFi, for every $50 umekuwa ukispend, umekuwa ukijishindia reward points. Na hizi reward points pia kuna vile tunaweza end up tukiziboost. Tunaziboost aje? Sasa nataka ubaki umeregister for the newsletter ya LemFi. Newsletter ya LemFi hata kutumia vitu za kipumbavu itakuwa tu kukutumia very good offers. For example, very soon wasome register for the LemFi newsletter watakuwa wakipata reward points zile wanabaki wametumia kwa their airline tickets. So when ni Samabani una plan kukuja Kenya, how need hizo points najua for your airline tickets. make that airline trip very cheap ama much cheaper. Baki umechangamka. So vile nimesema, changamka, ingia LemFi. Kama hujai register for LemFi, usisahau promo code ni IKONINI on your first transaction. Ubaki umepata $20 cashback. Kama sivyo, register for newsletter. Every time we spend $50, una get some reward points. So unangoja nini jo? LemFi, international payments for everyone. IKONINI. Wacha turudi kwa show.